Hello Tech Genius, I am Ravi. Have you ever imagined a place where learning is as dynamic as the technology shaping your world? Then here's a deal. With iMatix, you can make sure the learning is exciting, impactful right from the beginning. You have interactive sessions with expert-led courses. In the world of tech, from data science to cloud computing, it's not just about a session, it's about doing, building, learning by solving real problems. So let's get started. Now we'll talk about these small configurations which are like important things in customer contract and how can you use them. One thing was, I'll just show you that it's customer contract. One thing was contract type, how to create a contract type. For that we need to go to this task called maintain customer contract types. We'll go to this task called maintain customer contract type. Just like define customer invoice type, same thing with customer contract type also. Just type maintain customer contract type. You can see we have already a few values here created by other people also who did practice and everything. Normally you have a type called master which is commonly used, but you can have different types also like master purchasing and region wise contract types also and customer wise types also. You can create one more for ourselves. We'll create one with the name of Blinkit Special Customers or Blinkit Retail Customers. Let's say Blinkit Retail Customers. Now I'll show you how to create a checklist and what it means and a contract template also. We'll see. Blinkit customer. Now I'll show you how to create a checklist. Now I'll show you how to create a checklist. Let's see. Let's see. We'll give like Blinkit retail customers checklist. Now, what are the checklists and why we would use it? Checklist is basically a step detail which you want to show it to the user who do data entry basically, or you want to make sure that certain terms and conditions are met while creating this customer contract and the person who create this contract follows those, or some other terms and conditions and information to be attached with this customer contract. Let's create order, a first step here. Description would be, make sure the customer is Reliant Hotel only. For the company, Blinkit. Some defining some terms and conditions and some important to-dos and not to-dos. Comments would be, please do not select any other customer with Blinkit. Call the call fee. They need a note that. Then payment terms should be any other peso. Alright, let's talk about gaming terms. Here I just open down here. Opinion how like. Then we put here that please note we only deliver a pack of biscuits only to this customer. Then we can copy here and paste it here. The last you can add is like please note there should be no text code on the contract. There should be no text code on the invoice, no text apt tickability as well. Once you do, that's it. You have your checklist ready now. Now we go back again to maintain customer contract types and we will attach it to blanket one. Here we go. It's right here. Now it's time to see a contract template. We'll just hit here, we will see contract template. This is the one create customer contract template. Now we'll save the linkage customer contract template. First contract template who we used before, Reliance Hotel, only contract type, the one we created earlier. It's a blanket here. We'll see. You have an option here if you want to read installment template, transaction template. We'll see how this installment template looks like, and then we create one for ourselves for later on. Basically, you see, this is your billing schedule template only. They just named it like transaction template, but this is your billing schedule template only, nothing else. Here it's like pretty much same information, auto submit for approval and all those things. If I just close here, and this is what's billing installment. Now let's see the transaction template. We have one. Let's open this in a new tab. And again, you see this is also billing, should be template, but billing type is transaction here. You see this important type in billing type is transaction here and otherwise. If you see installment templates here, wait, and this is installment. It depends. If you define it as installment, it will appear here. If I need transaction, it will appear here. Clear with this, we'll create one. We'll create one for a demo for this, how it appears different way. It's the same thing, only but that moment you define the type as transaction installment, it will appear in different forms. Now let's add the sales item here. We'll say postage. Oh, sorry. We'll say biscuit. It will link to the revenue category automatically. Line type will say fixed amount. Here treatment would be invoice. Based on the invoice, we will consider the revenue additional work text. We are not selecting here, not even the projects here. I'll just hit here and it's done. Now if I go back, because I had already added the contract type here, blanket details. If I go back, it should have been automatically attached there also. Maintain customer contract type. If you see here, oh, why it's not attached, you attach it now. We'll hit. Now we'll get the customer contract to see how to use these two features, and then we'll talk about discounts and premiums and billing schedule templates also. Come again, it's a BGC. Customer is Reliance Hotel or Hotel. Contract type is your Blinkit, and the moment I have selected the contract type Blinkit, here you can see it has attached the customer contract template also for us, and you immediately move to the third option. Copy from contract template this one. Some informations are pre-filled for us, like contract type and all those things. Effective date, we can again say the same thing, clean. Contact amount, let's say 24,000 at this time. Your number, you can mention anything here. Salesperson, let's say discount, we'll take it off this discount. I'll just show you how to create a discount in premium, how to attach it here, and how to work. Contract name. This is our second contract. To demo checklist and contract template. If you related customer contact, we'll see in a minute how to use that part. This we had filled in our contract template. It put automatically here. Now we just have to change some informations here. We will keep the quantity to 12 only, but we'll change the amount to 2000. Now if you see, this has become $24, which matches this one and contract line amount. And this is the list unit price. Like, what was the exactly unit price before you change or override the amount at the line level? The exact amount was 120 per packet, and if you multiply it by 12 becomes 1440. No need to touch this part because we'll see the usage of this in a minute. The revenue and billing, if you want to override the revenue, not 24,000, but I don't get it when the contract is only 24,000, you would override it here itself. Right? Why you would come in over at the line level. I don't see any usage here, but we'll skip it and we'll keep the revenue treatment at the invoice level only, not at the accurate. And effort, because we'll see the current effort in this coming sessions. The 103 to 12, 31 to 23. This contract line is applicable. This contract line is applicable. Then from which date to which date the billing will happen for this line that you are telling to the client 0101 2 3 12 31. Thank you. Renewal terms? Yes, yes. Opt-out period days, like how many days before customer can opt out that. I don't want to go with this customer contact again. We'll just give him 5 days, that before 5 days you can opt out. Now let's say we will call the customer if he wants to, if they want to continue with this contract. The notes, if you want to add notes, we'll just say inverse line notes. No. In OS line green nodes, in OS line remedy nodes. Additional information is like what is the company market segment, like somebody just went to maintain work tag usage task and they just added this work tag. No need to worry about this one. Additional work tag, if you want to add the additional work tags, then text code will get rid of the text code here. Atlanta 4% here. Then now the checklist. Now this is the usage of checklist. We have defined steps here, like make sure the customer is reliant. Suppose I am the new person in this revenue team or the Auto 2C team, and I don't know, like I'm little nervous to create this customer contract. A checklist like this will help me no longer write, because I can follow the steps here like step by step. Make sure the customer is reliant only for complete blanket. This is only reliant. The company is only blanket. The next part is make note that the payment term should be immediate. The payment term should be immediate. Where it is? Maybe this will come on the invoice level. Let's leave it. Please note we only deliver a pack of biscuits only to this customer. Goods and services and pack of biscuits only. Like this you can understand like how useful this is for a new person, even for yourself or the company also, where they can keep certain checklists. That is it done? Is it done? Is it done? Like that. Got the feature of this functionality checklist. Billing is payment terms immediately here. Scheduled template billing should be done. We have not created I showed you we can define the tradition and installment both. We'll create both and then we'll use them here, and we'll see what's the feature of that. Like how does it help us in the contract creation. The payment type, like we can define, check here. We'll go here. Will it submit? In checklist, we can also have a point saying payment type should be checked. We can add anything. We can add anything. This is done. Yesterday, I showed you that from the line level, you can create the billing schedule also. You can create a billing schedule from line level also and from the header also. You go to this section, personal contract. You can create billing schedule from here also. Let's see what's the difference between this one and this one. Let's try the header level first. Create billing schedule. Now when you do that, it just gives you this information. You can define the schedule type here, non-consolidated billing. Let's see what the features are. We'll say spread even. Billable project is there. You have not done that. We'll come to the project chapter after this and we'll see the usage of it. Billing type is installment or transaction. It will be like we'll be doing the billing based on the installments that will be generated or based on the transaction that customer will do. We'll just see the installment example right now. We'll hit. Again, you come to this screen. Now watch carefully everything. You have come to the second screen here, and the billing frequency is blank here. Schedule type again. I just selected a few seconds before. I just need to select it again. Spread even. And then I'll just get one more possible contract and I'll show you what's the benefit of doing this from the line level. Milestone is, as I said yesterday, it's majorly used for your construction based companies because milestone we have all purchased homes, right? If not purchased homes, like we have certain scenarios where the buyers, the builder, says that when the first floor line door will come, I'll charge you 10%. You have to pay 10% when the walls will be stood up, right? Walls will be there in the building. Then you have to pay another 20%. When the flooring will be done, then you have to pay another 5%. Like that, right? There are different milestones which they achieve in a project. Based on that, you can have your own milestones here. Date-based milestones. Let me show you that. If I just show you create date milestone, let's say, sorry, Reliance here. Milestone, we can say like delivery. Date milestone, name is blanket date based milestone. Estimated completion date will say 31.23. Completed on again. You can sort like completion. It is not a complete, right? We're not put anything here. We just hit. We have put a date milestone here. Then billing frequency. What would be the billing frequency of this? We'll say monthly here, from which date will say 01/1.023. To which date or number of installments you can define here. This time I'll say number of installments is 12. What would be the invoice date? I'll say use from date. Then amendment processing. Suppose I make any changes to this customer contract. Amendments. Basically, amendment change and amendment does the same thing. If I change anything, then regenerate installments automatically. Submit the schedule also by contract amendment automatically. I don't need to do that manually. Then what would be the invoice type? We'll say standard. Invoice memo. The memo would be standard. Delivery type. How you will deliver this? Let's say email. I can show this. I can show this. Then we have to come to this part. Generate installments. But let me show you. Now let me repeat again because Venkat was not there yesterday. Edit schedule header means editing this information till here. Till here. If you want to add it in the information, you can click on this tab here. Add schedule header. And if you will be able to do, add retention term. We'll talk about that. What is the retention term here? If you want to retain these details. And if I click on edit retention terms here. Percent to retain, like how much percent you want to retain out of this contract. Or like 10%, 30%. We'll see a specific contract just for retention only. Is it like a third-party retention estimate, retention release date? Will it cancel for now? Where is that? This is a second. This is only, but we just missed our schedule. We'll just go back to schedule. We'll just come here. Manage lines. If you click on manage lines here, it will just allow you to remove it. If you want to remove this, we'll not do that. Will it cancel? Define installment amount. If you want to define installment amount yourself, suppose this is what I was talking about. Regular would be 2000. You can define what would be the first one and last one. We'll see one example where we'll create one with our own customized amounts. We can say regular would be like 2000, but first would be like 1000. We have to like a little bit calculation here, and last would be 500 something. That's how we can also define. Now I'll just hit cancel here. We'll directly come to this, generate installments, and as you can see, this system has generated installments for us. As you can see, starting from 1st of January till the 1st of December. That is because instead of today, we have selected 12 installments. From it and to that, we can do both. We use installment thing. Number of installment 12. If you come here and you set from today to also from the today, we can define a date here. I'll show you, and then again we'll do the same. Installments. Now once that done, hit submit here and it will ask you to confirm. It's done. Now from this installment line, suppose you miss this page. No need to worry. You just go back to your contract. We just go back to our contract. Our contract detail should be here. This is our billing schedule. And we'll just go back to, where is that? Not string line. This is our customer contract line. You just go back to your contract. You just go back to your schedule. You should go back to your schedule. And you just turn this. Now you see, from the installment, we are not seeing one option here. Line level, you must be seeing. You are seeing one thing here. I'll just show you. What is pending milestone? Because we added the milestone feature here. Only when the milestone will complete it, you'll be able to send the invoice, isn't it? Like when the builder asks you for the payment, when they do something for you, first milestone is achieved. Now can you release the payment for us? As you can see, it says pending milestone. What it means that we have to go to this milestone and have to put the completion date. We'll go to date milestone. We'll add it. We'll say it's a completed one. Completed on. Let's say 4th only. Estimated completion date. We'll just put 4th only. We'll hit. Now let's see if it affects anything within our billing schedule. We'll just go back to our billing schedule here. If I want, I can remove this. Now you see, installments are available to be billed. Earlier it was, we're giving a message waiting for milestone to be completed. We'll just go to billing installment and we'll say create customer invoice. We'll hit here. And we'll just wait for 30 seconds, or we'll just hit refresh. We'll just wait for more, about 10 seconds here. Let's wait for more. $69.69. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Taking some time. More worries. Thank you. 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 Finally, it's here. We'll see the customer invoice. The amount you can see is $2,000 here. It has a link to the billing schedule and billing installment also. If we go to the line level, it has link to the customer contract also. Now we'll just pay this invoice. We'll just say record customer payment. We have received the payment of this. We'll just go. And I think the SSR would have access to record the customer payment. And let's start with no worries. We'll just see the payment part tomorrow. But right now, let's go back to this customer contract. Now, if you see the total contract amount is at 24,000 here. Line details. It's this what we have here. We'll just go to the customer contract actually. This is contract line. We'll go to the contract here. Now, if you see in billed amount, it's 0 right now. The 24,000 is the contract amount because we just created the invoice. When we pay that invoice, when we receive the amount, this will become 2,000. That billed amount is 2,004. I'll show you that example tomorrow. Now let me show you one more example of discounts and premium. We are seeing this discounts and premium. How does it work? For that, there's a task called discounts and premium. If you just type discount, maintain discount and premium. This is the task name. And here we already have a few, but I'll just show you one for our one. Anything in negative means a discount. Anything in positive means a premium. Premium means we are adding the more. We're charging more to the client from the overall. First we'll see the example. Today we'll see the example of discount. We'll say link it discount. Start date of this discount is 123. And by end of this year this will end. Will not give any more discount to the customer. We'll say 31. And we'll just hit here. Now we'll go to the great customer contract again. See. Allied contract type. Link it. It will save a lot of time for us. Now this is our third demo. This is our third contract to test discount feature. Let's say we put the amount as $24 in here. We'll get rid of this text code. Viewer number, we can mention anything. Person, there's a Serrano. Now discounts and view. We'll just say blanket here. Now you'll see the magic part. We have to use the blanket here. Now at the line level, we already have these details. And we'll make it well here. Remember, we have to put it like unit prices. 2000. Contract line amount become as this. This is already here. But now you see, we have a discount here. But the discount is not correct. It's for 10 cents. It should like be 2 not 4. Because it's still, I had checked this with Workday also. Here we have to make changes now. Moment you will do that. If you do that, list unit prices. You have to give this again, like blanket. And see. It has calculated the discount for you here. And you must see one thing also here, that the contract amount was 24,000. Contract line is 24600. Will it allow us to, submit? We'll see it now. Price also change here to 1800 and 2 to 600. What if I want to change it back to 1000? Close. But I do have discount here. I still have the discount. It's not disappeared. Let's hit submit. Let's see what happens. I got an error here. Text code. We just need to go to the renewal terms. Additional information. We'll get rid of the text code. Actually, there's a text code here. And we'll let submit. It's done. Now let's try to create the invoice from here. And we'll create the billing schedule from here. Discount is still there. And we'll create billing schedule from date. We'll just put 1 here. To date. Again, I can put 12 here. Use from date. Schedule invoice type. Payment type would be check. Invoice type standard. Schedule invoice type. Amendment. Automatically submit. Schedule invoice. Whatever it is. Now I'll just hit save and continue. I'll hit generate installments. Now it will be 2000. Very well. I'll hit submit. From the schedules, we'll go to the installment. Create customer invoice. Press. Let's wait a few seconds. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.